And we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Lost Tower of Ambrosia. It is our penultimate episode. I've been saying that word a lot lately because I learned what it means. So, what fun. I always thought it meant the last episode. Oh, how I was wrong.
No,
Okay.
that's the ultimate.
Yes. So let's go ahead, though, before we jump into this wondrous game and dive into the rules and characters, let's just take a moment to introduce ourselves around the table. Feel free to plug anything that you are in currently, any kind of streams, projects, all that good stuff, by all means. My name is Lucas. I will be your GM for the evening. You can find me over as one of two GMs in Escaping Carcosa, our story where people are trapped in a VR MMO in 2050, and another group of investigators are trying to break them out. Two campaigns running simultaneously. Check that out, Escaping Carcosa. All right, radio voice is on. Taryn.
All right, I am Terran. I have a SoundCloud at Terrence Van E, Terrence Van E, where I have some musical stuff that I've done. I also am currently under the YouTube of MX Terran, Mix Terran Van Ettinger. I have a series I'm working on right now where I'm guiding folks through Idalicta and in the process kind of showing what gaming is like with screen reading technology and so forth. So check that out as well.
Nice.
So that's kind of me.
Jess.
Hi there, I'm Jess. You can find me on several projects here with Ballad of the Seven Dice. I'm also currently playing on the Graveyard Tapes spin-off, superhero spin-off, Queen City Supers, where we are playing in the universe of a comic book that exists within the Graveyard Tapes universe. And it is very silly and very fun, and I play a very anxious speedster. So if you want some young adult teen shenanigans, we've got that going on there.
Mare.
And hello there, my name is Mare. You can find me on Twitch at Oh Hello Mare and pretty much everywhere else as well. I do a lot of variety streams, including some tabletop roleplay streams. I've been slowly making my way through a little Ironsworn, some solo RPG life there. Play some Baldur's Gate, a lot of 7 Days to Die, then some cozy stuff as well. But I've also been a part of some actual plays over the past 2 years. And yeah, so just out there in the world, and out here too now. So thanks for having me.
Wonderful. And Eve.
Hello, I'm Eve. You can find me at LawlessVic on the Twitter. I'm currently in the Mouse Rider campaign over on Take Your Roll. That's every Monday at 7 Central, where I'm playing Hazel Burgerstein, simple city mouse out in the country looking for big adventure.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she got turned into a cat mouse. So yeah, that's about all I got going on right now.
Alrighty. So, to dive into a little bit of what the Lost Tower of Ambrosia is about. This is a game where we are improv pretty much the whole way down. We have the characters back. Their departments are being rolled up. Their items are being rolled up. The character, the monster, the scenario, the goals, all that good stuff is going to be thrown in. We're going to be rolling that on a number of fun little tables I have, and after that we just kind of kick off. So before we dive into how the game actually works as far as the rules go, we're just going to go around the table and we are going to roll up for the player characters as well as the scenario, just so we have that in place, and then we can kind of go over the rules while they're making their characters. So I think what we'll do is, just to make my life easy, we will go through the same introduction sort of turn and roll up these characters. So Taryn, if you would like to roll 2 D100s.
Certainly. Let's see what crazy department I get this time. All right. I have a. Where's the other one? 41 and a. Get over here. 27.
All right, so 41, we have the section for containment for cannibalistic full-time cashiers.
Wow.
That's where you work, making sure they stay in place. And I'm sorry, the second number was?
Was me.
27.
Ooh. All right, so you have the haunting harp. It compels people to begin to try to enact tragic and haunting plays.
Ooh. Interesting.
Send them to their doom. And by all means, just make stuff up. So we'll go to Jess.
Yeah, 2 D100s. I got a 51.
51. A lot of retail on this. All right. We have the Bureau of Mind Controlling Part-Time Day Shift Managers.
Wow.
They had to contain them. They were too great of a force. Can you imagine that? They could mind control people to work the Saturday?
Ugh.
Yikes. No.
This is why they had to be contained. And your
Yeah,
item?
Really.
Yes, I got a 28.
28. Oh, okay. The soul-stealing ring. Absorbing souls of those it touches.
Okay.
That also means you. So do be careful.
Oh, okay.
I think that was like the most straightforward one so
That's
far.
very straightforward.
Yeah. Well, there was a sword that just wanted you to kill people. We had that one. Mare.
All right, 2D100. So the first one is a 29,
20.
and then the next one is 60.
All right. So we have... Oh, we have already done that one. Let's go a little bit further. Ooh, we have the Bureau of Gravity-Defying 1980s Desk Phones.
Okay, gravity-defying
Gravity-defying
1980s.
Yeah.
Very specifically the 1980s. The ones in the 90s are fine.
That's right. They're
But,
all right.
Okay,
They're...
1980s desk phones.
If they
I wanna
start floating,
transfer.
that's a different
You
department.
may not transfer. Oh, this is mine. Gravity. Oh gosh. Okay. Cool. And then the other one was a 60.
60.
That sounds like a pretty mellow department. all
It's
things
pretty chill, but then
considered.
again, it's like trying to research these things. You just be... I guess
Yeah,
you'd be
like-
throwing phones around, really.
I mean, yeah, like gravity defying doesn't mean it has to be casually floating. It could be ping pong balling everywhere.
That's a
There's
good
no time.
point.
Oh, this is
You
fun.
need a lot of nets.
Oh gosh.
The Malevolent Monopoly. You have a game of Monopoly that leads to real-world major financial ruin.
So like,
It could be
So-
for corporations, for people, really.
the economic crashes have been because I decided to have a game night. I'm here. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, and Eve.
Wow.
All right, 80.
80. Oh, this is a fun one. You have the Bureau of Shape-Shifting Winterwear. Does it just transform to other clothes? No. Not always.
No.
The next one.
It's 66.
Oh, apparently we've already had that one. Just go a couple more down. That's too close to Jess's thing.
Do you want me to re-roll?
No, it's okay. Oh, okay. You have possessed dice. Gamblers are compelled to constantly bet their lives on things.
Oh, jeez.
So it only compels gamblers. Or
Aren't we all
that
gamblers
uses
at the end
dice
of the
count
day?
as a gambler?
We're willing to step into capitalism.
Makes people gamble.
Old Gil. All right, so now the last thing that we need to do is we will go around. Everyone will roll one more percentile, and this will determine the location, creature, and goal, and as well as a fun little extra. So, Taryn, could you please roll another percentile?
You betcha. Let's see what we got here. 37.
37. All right. So we have a metropolitan city square. That's nice. It's nice and open. Jess.
I have a 64.
64. Da, 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 da. Oh, a shrimp human. A shrimp human hybrid. Love it.
Shrimpman.
Mare.
77.
77. They are trying to smoke everything. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, like smoked meats? No. Like they're like the cigarette company, and they're trying to smoke everything. Have you ever tried to smoke a car? It's a little harsh on the lungs. So that's what this shrimp human is currently trying to do while they work for the tobacco company. Eve.
38.
38. Dun, 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 dun. Wonderful. They have regenerative abilities. That's why they want to smoke everything. Their lungs just pop back to normal. It's no problem for them.
The dream.
All right.
That's the smoker's dream right there, let me tell you.
Well, we're facing off against the cigarette company. It's a shrimp human hybrid, classic PR. And they're trying to smoke everything. I'm talking about people, cars, buildings, you name it. All right, and we are just going to dive right into how the rules of this game work for those of you who haven't tried before. So the Lost Tower of Ambrosia has 4 stats that people can put points into. Now we have face punching, science, occultism, and cursed item. Now the players are given 7 points to put into these stats, and they will be used for whatever skills they're going to be doing. Face punching is generally physical things, lifting things, punching, hurting people, that kind of stuff. Generally all falls underneath face punching. If you're trying to run away, dodge. Science, it's using computers, chemistry, physics, all that good stuff. I think we even used it for like social sciences, that kind of thing. So by all means, that's what a science is sort of lording over. Occultism, we're talking about star magic. We're talking about rock magic. We're talking about sun and moon magics. All that stuff that everybody loves to tell them what works. Also, God magic. You worship things. That's in there. That's occultism. So, yeah, we have all that, including religion A. All right, and the last one we have is cursed items. This one is for whenever the players are trying to use the cursed item they've been given, they have to roll under with using the cursed item stat. And this can determine really how well it goes, or if this cursed item is going to just start ripping the life force out of them. Love to see it. So, hit points. Everyone has 5 hit points starting off. Now, however many points they put into face punching will determine how many hit points they have in total. Like, let's say they put 3 points into face punching. That means they'll have 8 hit points in total, because it's 3 plus 5. We got 8. Now, you're thinking to yourself, I'll just put all my points into face punching and I'll live forever. Doesn't always work. Really doesn't. A few people have still perished. So really think about where you want to put those points, because sometimes the other roles end up being used a lot more. How the whole mechanics of rolling works, we use a d12 because it just doesn't get enough love. I love rolling a d12, feels nice. And a 1 to 6, the roll doesn't go as planned. A 7 to 9, not so bad, but there are complications to this. And a 10 plus, flawless, you did what you set out to do. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, but that means that there's a little bit of a disadvantage. Yes, that's the point. The point is that it is stacked against the agents. It's the joy of it. Everybody wants to create a character that just meets their doom that same session. So you can give in to your cursed item to get a little bit more of a bonus. Usually they'll give you like a +2, but you have to sacrifice something fairly substantial to your character. Could be your hopes and dreams, could be your memories of those that you love, could be your arm. Really up to you what you want to give. All right, and that's pretty much it. How is everyone doing with their characters? You feel like you're all ready?
I got mine carrot set up.
All right.
Yep.
Thumbs up for pancakes. So I will go ahead and jump into the introduction. Present-day Earth, the LTA stands as the last line of defense against the cursed creations that threaten to overwhelm our world. Trained to the best of your abilities, you, as agents, navigate the bizarre and unpredictable nature of cursed entities. Recruitment into the agency came through your own harrowing encounters with these inexplicable phenomena, making you both a defender and, potentially, a victim of these cursed forces that plague our reality. The LTA's mission is clear. Protect the planet and halt the encroaching darkness and prevent the world from being consumed by these otherworldly horrors. In a world where training for such encounters is a challenge, the agency relies on the wisdom of fortune tellers, soothsayers, and precog experts, though often unreliable, to predict where the next attack will strike. As agents, your field work is a delicate dance with the unknown, armed not only with your training, but also with random cursed items assigned to you. Beware for lingering too long with a single cursed artifact. Risk the curse seeping into your very existence, turning you into a cursed entity. Brace yourselves, agents, as you embark on a mission that could very well be your last. Welcome to the Lost Tower of Ambrosia. May you be the force that brings a better tomorrow. We look into a briefing room. A large oval table is set up in here, a number of coffee stains on it, as well as the carpeted floor. Chairs are set up, arranged around this table, and on one wall we see a number of screens. They're displaying different counts of the crops are failing around the planet. We have the plants are rising up against people. All of the water has become polluted and they are running out of drinking water for people. We have the land itself, it's fracturing and breaking apart as oil companies have just thrown caution to the wind and are fracking at unprecedented rates. All these things are combining to make this world a delicate balance at the moment as everyone is screaming for someone to save them. You are all sitting around this table, and in walks Special Agent Kyle of Kyle Corp. He is adjusting a suit that is entirely made of bees. He has a hat that is crawling, just made out of ants. Like as it when all the ants are trying to avoid water and they're constantly shifting to get above the water so they could breathe for a minute. That's the situation. And his hat is constantly moving with all these ants. And of course he's wearing regular aviators. He steps in with a cup that is composed of crickets that are moving along his hands and sets it down. All right, well, looks like we have a
He's
wonderful...
changed since Miri met him.
Well, I have to change my clothes every day. Don't you change your clothes? I can't just wear apple skins all the time or crocheted outfits. But enough of my amazing fashion sense. Let's go around this table and you introduce who you are, because I'm not going to learn who these agents are all the time. Half of you don't make it back. And he throws the papers on the table there. And we're going to go around the table and you can introduce your characters. So, Taryn, tell us about your character.
Well, I am playing Alden, who before joining the Tower of Ambrosia, used to be a choir director, except then they got into a sort of chance off with something nobody should ever have to face. And yeah, and here they are.
Classic chant off.
Yeah, so kind of mid-height, kind of average build personage.
All right.
Casually dressed, pretty much.
Jess.
Yes, you see the most average looking woman you've ever seen. And when you look away, you can't quite remember what exactly she looked like. And this is Miss Karen Smith, who works for HR. And she works for the Bureau of Mind Controlling Day Shift Managers, where she handles that every day. And she's wearing like a very simple chain necklace with a very large ring on it. And she's just in like a nice business casual outfit. And there is nothing behind her eyes. Just empty.
She already touched the ring, didn't she?
I wear it every day.
Mare.
So across the table, you see someone who seems more sleeves than person, with just these mounding 80s sleeves that are here, with hair that's been brushed back and the standard claw bangs that are sticking curled out. And here you see Miranda. And Miranda is very excited to be here, and you can see that she is incredibly fascinated looking at the screens, just anything technology, just her eyes are lighting on. She could probably name things out of the manual as it is there. She just loves all those different things. And so she is just kind of very excited to be there, just kind of looking at anything that like flashes. Very distracted like a magpie.
Wonderful. And Eve, what do you bring for us today?
So in floats a stained up lab coat with the name tag bearing the words Dr. Stinklebean. You hear a very like nasally, loudly breathing voice say, "Hey you guys. Apparently the Bureau of Shape-Shifting Winterwear has had an escape test animal. Do you see it? Could you come and find me? Apparently it's a bear." And just as she says that, a foot-wide paw bearing 6-inch claws slams down on it, shaking the ground that you're standing on, as a 1,200-pound Kodiak bear waddles into the room. It stands up onto its hind legs to a full height of just over 10 feet and roars before slamming back down
This is what I
and
get.
waddling over to the table
This is
to
how.
turn into a backpack,
This is how I'm
and start
treated.
eating Lunchables.
All right. So there's a bear, Karen Smith,
Yes, there's a bear.
Alden, and Miranda.
I'm a bear.
So you're all there, including the bear. And Kyle is just staring at the bear, like lifts up his sunglasses and... What? No. Nope. Takes some coffee and tries to pour it into a cup composed of living crickets. Do you know what happens? They all just start hopping away in fear as they are scalded. Oh my... Tomorrow I bring a real coffee cup. Fashion be damned. All right.
Smart move.
Listen. The Earth's kind of gone to shit, as you can see. The water's done. There's not a lot of food. The ground is blowing up. And I will say the plants are rebelling against everyone. All in all, though, just your average... No, this is bad. So... we're sending you out because, of course, what else are they going to ruin but the air? So, good news. Big Tobacco decided, what if we just moved away from tobacco like everyone wants? Everyone cheered. Hooray. And then it turns out they're like, but we can smoke people. Well, that's where you all come in. Are you excited? Any smokers here? Does the bear smoke?
Oh, Miranda happily raises her hand and has her little, like, shiny box full of cigarettes. She's like, "Oh, happily."
Not that stuff.
All right, wonderful, and slaps a button on the table, and all the chairs go down, and the three of you go into these tubes, and the bear goes into the tube at first, and it's stuck, and the tube has to like start shaking and shifting and opens wider, and then the bear falls into the tube. And so all of you are sailing down more and more and more as it's swirling, and then you're ejected into a ball pit, and this ball pit is full of at least 32 old men that all look the exact same. They're all staring at you, their hair slightly parted over to the side, thinning. They have sort of droopy faces, large glasses on, as their hands are beneath all the colorful little plastic balls everywhere. And in unison you hear them say, "We're so hungry." And you see, past all the old men is a station wagon, a little bit of smoke coming out from under the hood, just rumbling, waiting for you.
What do the old men smell like?
What do old people smell like?
Old people?
Slow, inevitable decay.
I don't really like rotting things. That's the best way to not have to deal with me, is to be
God,
dead. So all these things smell like death.
Ugh, is that how zombies come to be? Oh. All that decay. Oh.
Could any of you have a little bit of food?
The worker cafeteria is upstairs, and Karen waltzes perfectly out of the ball pit and emerges, hair immaculate, as if she didn't just fall several stories into a ball pit.
They look at Karen Smith, and for some reason they don't seem interested. As they start to close in on the three of you.
Miranda, no, I'm afraid I don't. But yeah, there's a vending machine somewhere. Because this ball pit, what is our surrounding outside of this ball pit?
It looks like basically a large garage, except it's void of anything. It's just like the steel walls, cement floor, and then this ball pit, the tubes, and then a station wagon.
Sweet, yeah. So she does the same thing, probably not as gracefully as Karen, but comes out and is giving her hair and everything a nice floof as well. Hold on, let me check. And she's got like a patent leather white purse, and so she's gonna at least look inside of it. I'm out of Werther's, I'm sorry.
When they go towards you, the aura of hairspray keeps them at bay.
Sponsored by Aquanet.
All right, it's just a bear and a person.
Me. Yeah, I'm gonna just focus on getting my butt out of this ball pit because I got a mission to do.
And there's a bear in the ball pit.
And there's a bear in the ball pit who I pretty much figured is probably one of us. So yeah. I'm just gonna focus on getting out of that ball pit and heading for that station wagon because I've heard rumors that's where we are supposed to go. So
all the old men start circling this bear. Looks quite lovely. A real snuggly bear. Must taste nice. So they all start pulling out this particle board fork and knife. They can't use plastic anymore. Single plastics have been banned.
I mean, it checks out. That makes sense.
I guess
the bear's feeling uncomfortable getting crowded, so the bear's going to do what a bear does and start mauling.
Yeah, roll me a face punch. I imagine this is going to be quite high.
Yeah, I have a 6 in face punching.
Ooh.
You have 1 in science?
Yes. No, I have 1 in occultism.
One in bear.
I was a test animal in a magic department.
Of course,
so.
Yes.
Yeah, that's 19.
19. Jesus. So you just start ripping things. yeah, you just start ripping things apart, and the old men are no more as you're pulling them up, and like the lower half of them end in this strange tube as you're just like ripping them apart, biting them. It's just like these tube men, and it is very quick as you just rip them apart. They're not tasty though, so you just sort of move past.
Miranda,
Wait a minute. We don't roll a d20, do we?
I was wondering how you got 19.
I totally
It's a
brain
D12.
farted.
D12.
It's like,
I was gonna say at this point, Miranda would lean over to Karen. Were those old men on
Okay,
payroll?
well that's still 12.
yeah, there's no more old men. And the bear comes lumbering out, and the station wagon speaks up. Oh, that looks like it's a. Oh, I can't believe I got to transport a 1,200-pound Kodiak bear. Okay, all right.
Yeah, is there like garbage in the back?
Yeah, 100%. There's like old McDonald's.
Okay,
bags
yeah.
and stuff.
Bears just go climb into the back and start sifting through garbage.
Oh, what was
like,
the place we? It was
eating old-
Moonburger. Old Moonburger
Yeah.
bags.
Yeah, go be eating some old Moonburger scraps.
So you all pile in to the station wagon, and the station wagon really heaves to one side as a bear gets in it, and then it starts moving. You hear the scraping of metal every so often whenever the bear's shifting. Oh, when I was first turning into a station wagon, I was losing my marriage because they weren't interested, and then like everything was really going downhill. I was really trying, I was like, hey, maybe at least I can at least spring for the house, and wouldn't you know it, I didn't get it, but I could park for however long I want in a lot of superstore parking lots, a lot of those big box stores. It hurts every time I drag along the ground from this bear.
Yeah, the bear starts clawing at the seat.
Oh my god. Please. I don't know how you can, but stop a bear. When you look out the window of the station wagon, you're going through this tunnel. And the tunnel, at first, it's just really dark. And you look and you start realizing that the tunnel itself is comprised of people who are all trapped in like this realm of darkness, trying to reach out to you, screaming, begging for help. And the station wagon's just moving along. You try to turn on the radio to distract you from all the voices, and then it picks up all the voices that are all screaming, so you turn the radio off again. And you move along, and every so often there's, wait, I'm not, and then ba-boom. And then, oh, wow, okay. Always got those speed bumps. I don't like speeding around here. And you leave this tunnel and emerge into this city square. Now, looking around this whole city square, you see people are screaming and running. They are all trying to evacuate as there is this very large human. They're like a human from like the waist down, and then the upper part is a shrimp, very large shrimp, as they are taking an entire car and rolling it in the cigarette paper. And you watch as they're just using their mind, and it's crunching this car into a very large cigarette, and they light it. And then they take a deep breath as it burns a part of the car. Molten metal is dripping down to the ground, and it breathes it out towards a group of people who all just start melting. Their skin's falling off, sinew, everything, as they just hit down to the ground. This one seems particularly useful, as it places the cigarette of a car down. And you all are brought in this lovely station wagon that's barely holding itself together, going,
Boy.
well, I don't like that. They just smoked a car. So the doors open up to the station wagon, and it ejects all of you, and it takes a minute to eject the bear, but it does. And then it squeals
All right,
off.
you get to safety.
And now you all are in this very populated, screaming, town square. People are trying to get out of the way. For some reason, more people keep running in. That's just how these things work. And then you are all there. And some people are like, oh my god, there's a bear! And they're trying to get away from a bear.
Quick question. Is this shrimp man wearing pants?
Yeah. Khakis.
Just checking.
Yep. Listen, they're dressed to be outside.
Dressed to impress.
Yeah.
Birkenstock sandals.
They're wearing Berks. They like how they'll eventually fit towards your foot more. So it's a nice support, especially since they have a heavier shrimp body with the heavy exoskeleton.
Now, I'm curious as well. Are these like those like really like are these like normal khakis or like the like little old guy high lifted up khakis? Like
A little
hey,
lifted up. They're a little conscious of their shitness
Oh, okay.
plating that goes down over their belly. So they're trying to lift the pants up a little bit.
Trying to give themselves a little more form. Gotcha.
Yeah. And they take a person, and this person's screaming. They're trying to run away, and you just hear as like all of them is breaking and cracking, and they're getting rolled into a paper.
Is there food around here?
Yeah, there's tons of little like shops and stuff like that. Food carts. There's a hot dog cart called
Oh, the bear
Moon
is
dogs.
going straight for that hot dog cart.
There's a man standing at this hot dog cart, and this bear comes up to it. Now I've been a hot dog entrepreneur for 35 years of my life. And I said to myself, if a bear ever showed up, I would not shy away, and I would serve them as I would any other customer. Now what will it be?
The bear, being a bear, does not answer. And instead, just starts like digging into the cart.
Will that be cash or card? As you're eating all of their supply.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to do.
Okay, you three.
I am going to work on trying to encourage people to get away from the area.
But I have the one person you stopped like, but I have to get to the other side. It takes like 10 extra minutes to go around.
10 minutes that could save your life. Now get out of here.
Or hold on, those 10 minutes of my life are kind of important.
Do you want them
They're
to be the
useless.
last?
Yeah.
Are they good? Are they a good 10 minutes?
Ask that
Probably
guy. And
not if you hang around here.
The end of the human cigarette is lit as they scream, and just like blood is leaking down. The smell of cooked meat's hitting all of you, as well as from the hot dog cart.
Do you want to be that? I don't think so.
you know what? How about this? And she's going to start moving the guy towards the shrimp.
Yeah,
Is this what
you know,
want?
I'm gonna
Is
try.
this what you want?
I feel strong. I feel like I can get past this, and they try to run past the shrimp, but it's very unsuccessful, which inspires other people to not.
Good. Mission accomplished.
Karen. Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. Oh, I was just gonna say, Karen walks up to the shrimp gentleman. It's just like, oh, hi there, sir.
Hello, I am a cigarette tester of Moon Smokes. Would you care for a person-ret?
Oh, no, thank you. I do not partake personally. But you may have noticed, and I gesture because we're in a lovely public shopping area, park. There's no smoking signs around. And I'm just like, oh, you may have noticed. This is a non-smoking area.
I am protesting those. And it takes a deep breath in as it burns more human, and it breathes it out in your direction. Please make me a face punch.
Oh boy.
You're dealing
Face
with
punch.
human smoke.
Ew. Oh shoot, that's an 11.
All right, it hits you. It smells terrible, but honestly, it reminds you of something at work. So you're able to just push through it.
Nice.
Doesn't even flinch.
You know, people can listen to their music on buses. Why can I not smoke a cigarette out in the open? There's no nicotine in it. Wait, this one had nicotine in them, but that's different.
Unfortunately, we live in a society, and we have to be conscious of other people around us.
We don't live in a society. We live in an economy.
the economy is the society, and I know we get 2 weapons.
You sure
from our
do.
equipment.
By all
Yeah,
means.
I pull out a taser, like the kind that shoots the little prongs at you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to tase him.
Yeah, roll it. Shoot that shrimp.
Shoot that shrimp.
Love
Shoot that
it.
shrimp.
It's that new.
Very bad. Ooh, that's a 4.
All right, so you pull out the taser. You're ready. You've tased so many day shift managers.
So many.
And you go, and it hits right in the stomach, and you hear that sound from it, but it hit the chitinous plating. Do you think this is my first time encountering a taser? And they take the remainder of the human cigarette and they ash it out on your leg as you take... would you say you got a 4?
Yes.
All right, you take 2 points of harm from this.
Okay.
And they throw the legs away. And the butt. You know what? It's a butt of a person, like the butt of a cigarette. We have fun here.
Oh God! The actual but
It's wrapped up in cigarette paper. I don't know what you call that. I don't smoke cigarettes.
yeah, that actually is
That's
called
the
the
butt.
butt of a cigarette.
Right.
Karen casually walks back to Alden and Miranda, and her leg is burned, and it's that kind of walk, like almost horror zombie movie walk, like she doesn't realize there's something wrong with her leg. And she just comes back and says, well, he wasn't willing to talk. Does anyone else have any other plans?
The bear knocks over the hot dog cart very loudly.
The hot dog man's crying.
Oh.
I built this cart with my son, who died in a very tragic hot dog eating contest accident.
Well, if you don't want to be in an
dogs
accident,
remind me of him every day.
if you don't want to be in an accident yourself,
I'm living one right
how
now.
you really in it? Yeah, so get out of here. Go while you can.
Captain sinks with his ship, just like how my son sank down into all that hot dog water, and they turned him into a hot dog, and someone ate him.
If you don't want to become a cigarette, get out of here.
Miranda actually hears this and goes over to the hot dog guy.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're telling me that your son went into hot dog water and became a hot dog?
No.
And has her little tiny, like, notebook and, like, a jelly pen that has a fluffy
they were a
thing on the
regular,
top of it?
a regular person.
It was a vat of hot dog water. What did
Yeah.
you expect?
They fell into this large vat of hot dog water, and for a short moment, they became what is known as a hot dog man. And they gained the powers of these terrible meats. And unfortunately, while they were in their hybrid shape, where their power was just starting to blossom, someone mistaked them for a hot dog on their plate. And even though they were the size of a person, the contestant ate it, and they didn't even win. They couldn't finish.
Half eaten? That's a terrible way to go.
Yeah. Just like my cart. There's a large bear in it.
Yes. So sorry about the bear. That's terrible. So, would you happen to know if there was any shrimp water nearby? Just kind of glances over at the shrimp.
You know, there is a place called Shrimp Collectibles in me. It isn't too far from here. I believe they sell shrimp water, as it's such a popular thing right now because everybody can't drink regular water.
Yeah, it's a luxury, I know. Well, that's fascinating. Very sorry about your cart. And the bear.
Is that your bear?
Me? No. I'm allergic. Achoo.
That adds up. I heard a sneeze.
I'm allergic. Sniffle, sniffle. And she verbalizes the word sniffle. So yeah. Anyway, I've got to go and talk to a guy about being a shrimp. But best of luck in your future endeavors. And she dashes back off over to where the other crew is and tries to do the huddle symbol, the general universal sign for "Hey, come here." And kind of eyes the bear and is it like invites the bear, but isn't quite sure. if that's gonna work.
While you're all about to huddle,
You have something to entice the bear.
there's a small building is lifted into the air and is being crunched down. People screaming inside of it, thinking that they were safe, as more papers being wrapped around this crunched building. The shrimp eager to see what this will be like. Their appetite is not slowing.
Miranda gets people
We're all
around.
in the huddle.
We're in the huddle. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, the bear's there licking hot dog water off the ground right
that's
with the
great. Great segue. So that guy's son turned into a hot dog when he was put into hot dog water. That's only half of a shrimp. If we get some shrimp water, we might be able to make him a full shrimp and put him on the Barbie, if you will. She poofs her hair a bit as she's talking.
He would be much weaker on land if he was a full shrimp.
Right?
That
he
And
can't
you-
walk.
True. That
And
is
you
true
see-
because
From when we were in the office, one of the crickets from Kyle's cup is just crawling on Karen's face. She's just unfazed.
You hear a random person from the screaming crowd shout, "I heard the Kodiak bears regularly eat crustaceans in their home archipelago."
It is best to utilize the qualifications of everyone in a team.
There's another person who yells, "You're making that up. Kodiak bears naturally eat hot dogs." I
Is
know
this
this
all
because
something-
I read
looked it
about
up
it.
on Wikipedia. See, I'm on Wikipedia for the Kodiak bear right now.
Well, my cousin
Oh.
told me, and he smokes cigarettes and drives a van.
I
Not
guess
those
that
kinds
makes
of
sense.
cigarettes. This says someone else hanging out of the window of the building that's currently being rolled up, which I imagine all of them are in,
Oh man!
yelling out the window at each other.
Imagine the fame you get from trying to hit on that, and the person starts walking over to the shrimp.
Speaking of utilizing everyone's talents, perhaps we can lure the bear to the shrimp gentleman with the hot dogs we have on hand.
that makes sense.
All right.
The bear nods sagely.
We can distract the shrimp gentleman if you wish to look for shrimp water.
This feels like this falls under animal sciences. Somebody wants to try to roll that?
I can roll science.
Please do. I cannot.
Let's see.
I can.
You
I
use
put all
your
my.
big science brain to pick up a hot dog and say, "Hey, hey, hey."
Listen,
That's
Go get
the big, and it's a D12, correct?
correct.
I know sciences that are not animals. I rolled a 1, but that would have been with a +3 to science. But so a 4,
Okay.
and it's a
so
nat 1.
You're sitting there and you're like, we just need to put the hot dogs on people. You see, when you put the hot dogs near the bear's face and you have a few of them in your hand, and the bear just bites your hand that has these hot dogs on them. As
Ow!
you're taking 2 harm, as this bear has very much injured your hand. You do release the hot dogs.
See?
For the best that you release those hot dogs.
Yeah, or else
Yeah,
Plan will work.
hot dogs actively being released here, and with her bloodied hand reaching down into the patent leather bag that she's got, pulls out some rayon stockings, and is just like, "What if we put them down in here and just threw them in the general direction of the shrimp?"
A great plan. And we'll fill the stockings with hot dogs.
there's so many. And oh shoot, I'll be right back. Someone just at my door. Continue to
the
talk
shrimp
about
man.
hot dogs, bears, and
The
cigarettes.
shrimp man.
It's probably the shrimp man.
Oh no!
Yeah. Gosh, Karen's eyes are so glassy. Just like a
Soulless.
mannequin's eyes.
You
She's
already
worth 8.
gave probably way more than is healthy to that item of yours, it sounds like.
I've had this ring my whole life.
Really? Wow.
Not blinking.
Yeah, no. Well, now the bear's licking blood and hot dog water off of its chops,
Yeah.
I also
sniffing for more blood.
No. Do I have? Can I use a Capri Sun on my hand to like wash it
Just
clean?
rinse that off with the Capri
yeah,
Sun.
yeah. There's one thing a bear hates. It's, a bunch of like syrup water.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like focus on
There's
the giant
nothing
tree.
in your bag that does not smell good to a bear.
Our equipment has like first aid kits, I think. So
Yeah,
you can wrap your hand.
I saw like walkie-talkie, flashlight, flare, Capri Sun, Lunchable,
they
rope,
did not
bolt
say-
cutter.
Yeah, they did not send us with any
I'm
medical
pretty
supplies.
sure we don't have any first aid.
We have
Dang.
zero. This is why no agents make it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we don't.
This is
get
why none of the
first aid.
agents make it back because
Exactly.
there's no
The hot
first
dog
aid in
stand
any
might
of our
have a
kits.
first aid
Yeah.
kit.
Kyle just invested in Lunchables instead of first aid kits. They're
I
like the
gave you a
same thing,
Capri
right?
Sun.
Yeah, Kyle gave us that, and then I can't clean my wound with Capri Sun.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
I mean, I
that
can
just-
try.
All that's gonna do is get sugar in there and probably cause more infection. And
That's not
Yeah.
what Capri
Cauterize
Sun
it?
Company.
Well,
Whatever it
technically, you
is.
could. It's got some citric acid or whatever. You could like maybe
I
cauterize
would
a
be
wound. with it.
careful doing that with this game, though, because it's liable to turn you into that weird metal blob from the commercials.
Is there a metal
Right?
blossom
Honestly,
for a Precinct
wasn't-
commercial?
Yes,
Totally
you don't know
side
about
note.
those?
Pretty sure that there was like a whole like children's television show about a girl who could turn into a puddle of silvery stuff.
There
Yeah.
was. I remember
That
that.
That was
Yeah.
the Capri Sun commercial.
Was that
All
the
one
Capri?
thing.
commercial?
No,
There,
I think it
there
was a
was
TV
a show about a girl who could turn into some weird like
And she
slime
could
or
turn it
puddle or something.
into a puddle.
Yeah,
The Secret
Yeah.
Life of Alex
Alex Mack.
that's it.
90s
Yeah.
kids.
Okay, well, that's
There we
also
go.
the Capri Sun thing.
Yeah.
Turning
so-
into weird metal puddles and blobs and flying around.
I mean,
All right.
I'm
It worked.
imagining our characters were having this conversation while the bear
While
is
you're
like
putting
licking
hot
the
dogs.
blood off the
while
ground.
this entire building is currently being rolled into a cigarette with like Statler and Waldorf, who were arguing about bear facts hanging out of the window.
Eve's just standing in the crowd in the group now because she's kind of annoyed that nobody remembers the Capri Sun commercials where they turned into weird metal
I
blobs.
remember them.
I could have sworn it was still the thing, but yeah, who knows? Maybe it was both.
So as the shrimp man begins to smoke the building, you watch as he begins to grow in size. The unholy powers of inhaling this people building smoke is just causing him to swell as he becomes about 12 feet tall. His little pincers are a lot larger. And you're loading these hot dogs into these stockings and you grab one of them. And Mary, you look down at it with your like mangled hand. Father? Father, are you there? Father, it's me. Hot Dog Jeremy. You named
Miranda,
me. You named me
Miranda
Hot Dog.
holding the stocking with her bloodied hand and reaches her non-bloodied hand down into there. And is Hot Dog Jeremy moving at all?
A little like wiggling.
Okay,
Like a
cool.
VeggieTales wiggle.
She's feeling around for the wiggling hot dog and then ends up pulling him out. Hot Dog Jeremy?
You're not my father. I have traveled long and far to make it here. What has happened?
There's a hot dog being waved around in front of
No.
the bear.
No.
Miranda is turning her back to the bear, just like here. And she hands the stockings off to either to just holds it out so someone other than
Yeah.
her is holding it.
Karen takes the stockings full of hot dogs, and I'm trying to like get the bear's attention.
And she is Miranda is cradling Hot Dog Jeremy.
I once was an Olympian swimmer named Hot Dog Jeremy. My father named me Hot Dog. Our last name is Jeremy, you see. And I wished for more than just Olympic-level swimming abilities. A strange man I encountered that day with a moon tied into his hair told me that he had cracked the code from Club Penguin, and that he could give me more than what I've ever dreamed of. The power over horribly processed meats.
So you received this transformation from someone who promised you things?
From Mr. Baby himself.
Mr. Baby?
Mr. Baby
Mr.
of Moon
Baby.
Water.
Baby of Moon Water. And then she looks to the others. Moon Water of the Moon Dynasty, including Moon Smokes?
You know,
Exactly.
everybody loves a Moon water bottle.
The duplication of the words makes it more delicious.
And I
More
entered,
moons.
Sure.
I entered into the vat willingly. My father believing it an accident, but how was I to know that Mr. Baby set up his whole science lab at a hot dog eating contest? He said there was more hot dogs there, so it was easier.
So-
Liquid hot dog seeped into my DNA, creating hot dog Jeremy.
And soon I was more hot dog than man.
But then I was eaten, consumed in a rage. A man who would only eat half of me. Well, here's the thing about hot dogs. It's all the same. I was able to shift my form into a smaller hot dog and survive, trying to make my way back to my father, who, of course, believed me dead.
Miranda, while cradling the hot dog in one hand, wipes a tear away from her eye. Yeah, just sticks it out. While cradling the hot dog in one hand, wipes a tear away from her eye. Hot dog, Jeremy.
Yes,
Today is your lucky day.
you don't
And she starts walking with hot dog Jeremy over to hot dog guy. Hot dog Jeremy guy.
Right.
Senior.
Yeah.
Senior. Hot dog Jeremy Senior.
Right.
Because then we have hot dog Jeremy Jr. here. JJ. And she makes her way over. Sir, there's someone I would like you to meet.
I don't
And-
know. I'm not in a great. What?
Turns the hot dog around, which I imagine has like stickly eyes on him.
100%. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is that my boy? Hot dog Jeremy Jr. His father. It is me. Hot dog Jeremy Jr. I never thought I would see you again. My sweet child. And he cradles this small hot dog child as he weeps, falling down to his knees. During this time, the three of you, there's a bear and you have hot dogs in a stocking and
what
it
are you
wants
doing
them.
with
Yeah.
hot dogs?
We've been kiting the bear towards the shrimp
All right.
person.
So, Alden and Karen, whoever wants to, please make me a science check. Unless you have some occultish ways of bringing it there, I also will believe in that.
Mine are not great. Do you have anything
I-
high in science or occultism?
I have some occultism. So my thinking is there is a chant for calling wildlife, bears included.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of a Pied Piper, if you will, but for bigger creatures. I'm going to do that.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
All right. And that is gonna be ew. I think that's a 4. So I think what happens is like they're going to do this, and they start to inhale, and they get started. Oh, and then smoke just gets to them.
And unfortunately,
it sounds exactly like the punishment bell in their testing chamber.
Oh, no!
Bear just wheels around and just full on backhands Adrian.
All right, so Adrian, what happens is this does work in a sense. You get backhanded by this bear and you go flying, and all of the local wildlife, raccoons, possums, pigeons, crows, all start coming towards you, and they're trying to get the hot dogs from you, and so you you end up taking 2 harm, one of it being from the bear and the rest from the wildlife.
All right.
So you're currently being swarmed by local wildlife. Karen, you're watching as this is happening?
Yeah, I just grab the just kind of reach in and try to grab the hot dogs and continue with the plan towards the shrimp.
Okay, whatever you'd like to roll. You know what? Actually, you have to fight scavenger animals for these hot dogs right now. So you are fighting rakins and opossums.
Okay.
It's pronounced raccoon, Lucas. I know.
That's a 9.
Wait, they're fighting headphones?
All right, so you reach in, and your soulless self, uncaring, just grabs onto these, and you're holding like the stocking with the hot dogs, and there's like a possum clinging to your arm, just shredding at it. So you take 1 harm. Now you have like possum armor, and you have the hot dogs.
Yes, possum armor.
Woo!
Yes, with hot dogs in hand, possum on my arm, I'm about to lead the bear there and chuck these at the shrimp man.
All right, try it. We'll see. So far, this has been unsuccessful with 2 people. Yeah. I feel like a new plan would have emerged, but
pretty sure the bear's gonna do more damage to the party.
I just got an 11.
Okay.
Because I did a face punch roll.
So you swing and you hurl it forward. As a bear, you see the hot dog sailing through the air, glimmering with blood and probably feathers.
Oh yeah, no, they're just covered in juice at this point. The bear's gonna like watch them and just start waddling over real casual, like, because nobody's holding on to them now, so they're all mine.
The shrimp looks down at these hot dogs. Boy, those hot dogs really look good. I think I'm gonna have a bear. You get the hell away from my hot dogs, bear.
The bear's gonna keep on walking up. Doesn't move, then it's just getting in a bear's way. That's just a generally bad idea.
He throws a building at you. Bear, please make me face punch.
All right, rolling face punch. Well, that's 12.
So you...
Or is that a 9? I don't know. I think that's a 6. So yeah, that's a 12.
You start charging forward, all this bear rage, and we know there's not a lot of stopping the bear. So the bear's just going, and you jump forward, and there was like a sort of like a window perfectly at that place, and you smash through it, charging, and you grab onto the hot dogs as the shrimp's grabbing onto the hot dogs, and you're wrestling for them. I'm gonna make you into a cigarette. As the
bear does not understand this threat. He's not intimidated.
The shrimp man starts to lift the bear into the air using his telekinesis. Bear, can you make me an occultism roll? You got a +1.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's 4.
You're having a hard time with this one. You're trying to get away. You feel the crushing pressure. And you end up throwing up a lot of the stuff that you've eaten just because of the pressure. You take 2 points of damage. Oh, gross! As it's trying to wrap cigarette paper around you. The three of you. So, wait, I got character names over here. Of course I do. Scroll up to the top of the page.
Miranda.
Miranda.
I should know that. I was an NPC of the previous game. Miranda.
Oh.
You are watching as this bear throws up all over the shrimp and is being turned into a cigarette. You hear this man behind you go, "No, son, you shouldn't. Don't. I just got you back." "Father, I must go out there. I am Hot Dog, Jeremy Jr. I have to protect the people of Town B. Town B has a rich and cultured past, but I can't lose my child again."
Hot Dog, Jeremy Jr., what are you planning to do?
Use my powers. My powers
Your-
over horribly processed meats.
Your powers? How will that affect a crustacean?
I'm afraid I'll have to sacrifice myself to bring the crustacean to my level. But I'll
You
need
don't mean.
I'll need your help.
What do you need?
Whatever you need, Hot Dog, Jeremy Jr.
I need 34 packs of Sour Patch Kids and 2
She takes
liters
out
of
her
human
pin,
blood.
her fluffy pin.
I'm sorry. How much human blood?
2 liters. That's a measurement of liquid.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Miranda's already bleeding, just saying.
Karen looks from
Actually, I
Miranda's
think all
arm
y'all are bleeding.
to Alden to the possum. Oh, and their leg, and they're like, "I think between us we can have 2 liters of blood."
Perfect.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Do you think the same store that has the shrimp water will also have 32 packs of Sour Patch Kids?
I mean, they go hand in hand.
I mean, what's a 7-Eleven if it doesn't have that? A 2414 even. Yeah, so she's like, anything you need, Hot Dog Jeremy Jr.
Where's the nearest convenience store?
So
We'll see if I can get some.
points just down the street. You see the
Wait, what? I
7-Eleven.
have a question. I have a
Yeah.
serious question. What is he pointing with?
He grows little hot dog arms and legs.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
And
was
he
like,
floats-
I was just imagining like his bottom in.
He floats into the air, and the hot dog skin on his back peels away in his little cape.
How is that worse than any
Ew.
of the other body horror that's happened here?
Why is that so much worse?
That's so much
It's
worse
me.
than like us bleeding.
Oh, I'm gonna draw this character.
Like a transformer made of hot dogs.
Just wait until I can transform into a car.
Hot dog mobile. Oscar Mayer Wiener.
It's terrible. The insides are just my organs.
Sounds squishy.
We know a car you can talk to about that. He's a station wagon.
That sounds rough.
So yeah, I think between us we can definitely get the 2 liters of blood, and someone can run to the 7-Eleven for Sour Patch Kids.
Who's going to 7-Eleven?
Who's not bleeding?
That's the guy I was gonna say.
Every one of you, I think,
Oh,
is bleeding.
yeah.
The bear would love to go to 7-Eleven, but
No.
the bear's currently getting turned into a cigarette.
I can hobble down there, unless Miranda wants to do it. I only have one good leg, but
Oh,
It's
I could
fine.
probably. I could make it. I could make my way down there. What about Oh gosh, character name.
Eldon?
I can go. I was gonna say I could go down there probably.
No, quick. We'll start working on the blood from here.
Y'all work on the blood, get that going, and I'll go down to the 7-Eleven and see what I can get for Sour Patch.
All right, so this is what I need from everyone. Right now, I need occultism checks from Miranda and Karen as you are trying to remove the blood through this ritual from your bodies. On a success, you're still going to be taking damage, but on a failure, it's much worse. And currently, Bear, you are being levitated in the air and crushed. Is there something you want to do to try to get out of this cigarette
just, like,
situation?
Shredding the paper, flailing
Stop.
around.
I need the paper. It's a part of the product.
Just shredding it. So Like, the bear doesn't know this, but Eve, as a smoker, knows that paper gets split like halfway down. It's such a...
It's so
you
easy.
can't really smoke it. Like, if it's cracked, like... Yeah, you gotta sit there and futz with it, and then after a while, you get so frustrated, you just break it in half, and you get all the dirt in your mouth, and... Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible. The bear doesn't know this, but... still shred the paper because it doesn't want to get wrapped up and it doesn't like being in zero gravity.
It's definitely
Have you ever
slow in the
seen-
process. Why don't you make me a face punch as you're trying to take out this?
Have you ever seen an animal in zero G? Like a cat?
Oh yeah, they just flail around.
There's just a weird lag blip there.
That's Zoom for you, baby. All right.
So what am I rolling?
Face punch.
Okay. Well, I only rolled a 3, but that's a 9.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're cutting this paper and you're angering the shrimp man from Moon Smokes, and he's like, stop it, and starts like trying to pinch at you, and does end up like cutting your forearm with his pincers as you take one harm.
Oh, big loud roar. It's kind of a sound that just is ingrained in humans to make them shit themselves.
Oh, now I gotta change my khakis. Great. Meanwhile, the occultism check, how's that going?
I got a 10.
Okay.
I got a 9.
All right. So you two are pulling this blood out of your body. What a treat. What a gem. It is not a comfortable situation, but you've been trained at this at the Lost Tower of Ambrosia. So you are using this blood magic, pouring it out, and filling up this wonderful little container from the hot dog cart. And so, let's see here. Karen, you are taking 1 harm as you are still pulling out a lot of blood. And Miranda, you are taking 2 harm as you lose more blood. It's just too fast that you're forcing all this blood out of your body. You're quite lightheaded.
Yeah. No, my
Evil
health's
cookie.
health's kind of dropping pretty quick.
Yeah.
I
Get a little low.
I hand you one of my Lunchables.
Wait, I'm sorry. Are the Lunchables the health kits?
No, but they are Lunchables.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
they're,
So
blood
it's just-
sugar.
They're
A
food.
little sugar, a little protein.
People have managed
Yeah.
to use the Lunchables to harm creatures, so I mean, that's you never.
I mean,
know.
like I said, I was wondering if by squirting Capri Sun on my hand, if that would cauterize the wound that I had, but
We're getting deep into the weird superpowered lore. You might just think, like Eve said, become the Capri Sun thing. But right now, you two are pulling this blood out of you with this blood magic. And Alden, you are jogging down to the 7-Eleven. You have a number of bites and scratches all over your body. You enter into this building, and you see this woman is just looking so bored at this wonderful job that pays so well, we all know. And I look over at you. Are you here to rob me?
I would assume that we have some currency. I mean,
Yeah, you have money.
working for the, I look at the price of how many packs of freaking Sour Patch Kids was it?
32.
32. I put down my card. I'm like, I need 30, and I grabbed 32 packs of Sour Patch. Come up.
So you're actually going to pay for these?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Most people don't pay for things at 7-Eleven, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Whoa,
well-
where did I even put that thing? Where did I put the terminal for you to tap? Here. Can I just say
Awesome.
thanks?
You bet.
You know,
You're welcome to.
I
I mean, it's only right that I buy something from you. I should give you what you're,
You know how people
owed
just
for
like
it.
throw a Slurpee at me, or they come in here and they steal stuff thinking that I can't see them, and I'm not going to stop them. I'm not going to pay that much. It's just, or they try to take money out of the cash register and we don't have much in there.
I actually grabbed 2 more, pay for them, and put them back.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's just a
You-
corporation, but I mean,
You hear from down the street, Karen yells, make sure you get the receipt. We can itemize this back to the company.
do you want to buy
Oh,
some
jeez.
deep fried pierogies? It's like the best thing we have here.
Yeah, what the heck? I'll get a couple.
So,
of
they got the little baggie and some ranch, so you get all this, and you just start running back towards everyone. The blood is ready. The bear is spinning and roaring. The shrimp is snipping.
The hot dog is screaming. The war cry.
His arms are lengthening out to be about the length of people arms. Still a little hot dog body. Very thin people length arms and people length legs. Little toes sticking out. All right. Now, I just need to draw the magics. Cut open the Sour Patch Kids and place them in the blood. A sentence I never thought I'd have to say in my life.
Cut open the Sour Patch Kids and place them in the blood. Yeah, that is definitely not something you would expect to say. Yeah, I will do this thing.
All right, so they go and they take all this blood. It's starting to mix with the Sour Patch Kids. There's a soft, radiant red color that is starting to glow from it. Not many people know this, but hot dog powers are often mixed together with blood magic. I had to destroy the individual who wished to try to consume me. I was able to regrow my body with their blood. As this starts to float around. Oh, there are so many people coming by today. I'm sorry, just one moment. Think about Sour Patch Kids and blood.
Right at the climax.
Like I said,
So much blood floating around.
There's like 2 liters of it, plus what's probably still coming off of us because nobody's patched anything up.
With what? What do we want to do? Like lick a little piece of ham and put it on the wound?
Yeah.
Like
the bear
that's also the power of processed
so
meat.
agitated.
I mean, I got some
smelled all this blood and sugar over there that I just cannot have.
Here.
Floating.
Have a pierogi.
Yeah, throws a pierogi at the bear.
It's being like rotated.
Like while you're being turned into this, just throw a pierogi and just like, hang on, we're on our way.
Oh, they may give me advantage.
Maybe it will.
Like a Popeye.
Dun, 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 dun,
I knew
dun.
somebody was gonna need to eat something. So as you know, when they were asking about, hey, do you want some pierogies? I'm like, sure, why not?
Me viewers,
Might as well.
green screen fell.
Oh no, whose green screen fell? I don't even have one.
Not mine. It didn't totally fall on me, and it's falling again very slowly. Oh no.
Oh, all around me are familiar faces.
That's why I don't have a green screen. I just have stuff.
Just stuff.
I just have.
I don't know what
guns.
my background
There,
even
stay.
looks like. Probably
Maybe my cat knocked it over.
I have. It's blurry, but there's a sleeping
blur.
cat on the daybed. So
Yeah,
doggy's
my
in the
background
bed.
probably just looks like random room space. I have no idea what y'all can see behind me. But
It's just wall,
this room.
little
Your
chair.
air conditioner.
what? You can see an AC.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that thing never gets taken out because I just do not have the strength to haul it.
That's
Yeah,
okay.
no
Also, listeners at home, viewers at home, I do need to know on Zoom, Eve's Zoom name is just a bear. So it's pretty
It's
great.
true. It's a bear.
Up there.
Thud.
Yeah, I don't think that after this, Miranda is going to ever be able to eat processed meats again. She's just going to think of hot dog Jeremy Jr.
You ain't going ever want to utilize hot dog magic?
She's gonna go back and see if they have like any vegetarian versions of, or like organic, non-processed versions of the Lunchables. Get like
Impossible
custom
Lunchables.
ones made, like the really fancy ones that have like the very nice salamis in them.
Oh yeah, like something like what is it?
It's basically grown-up Lunchables because all of us went from being Lunchable kids to working adults. And they're like, you know what people
the
like?
sorbet.
Meats and cheeses in boxes.
It's just a charcuterie. That's all
It's
it
a
is.
cheap cutery.
Where do you? Oh, yeah.
There's
you
there's
know, I've
blood
seen the
floating
ones
in the
that have
air. There's blood and hot
Oh,
dogs
yeah.
everywhere.
All right, so wait,
my
nope,
God.
nope, nope.
Okay,
Violent
or not.
kiss.
Violent
Yeah.
kiss.
This is that thing, like, you know, like when you're
What
watching
happens?
Sailor Moon and they're about to fight the guy, and there's the monologue that happens,
commercial.
and then they have the whole other thing, and then they're like, but actually, here's my sob story. That's what's happening here. The like 5 commercial breaks before anyone actually throws a punch.
It comes back and we just reiterate what we were doing.
Yep.
Oh, we've done the hot dog magic.
It's like, what do you mean? The magic of the hot dog?
Hot dog
When
magic.
I think about it. And like just like the like 17 different cuts between like this person's shocked expression, this person's shocked expression,
A
and that's
bear.
everything that happens.
The
A
hot
bear.
dog magic.
The bear.
Hot dog magic.
Then it's
I
like,
need to catalog this when we get back to the tower.
Let's
I
assume
remember when
you
I
make
learned
it
about
back
hot
to the
dogs.
tower.
We need a new department for this.
Department of
Oh,
Hot
the
Dog
department for hot
Catastrophes.
dog net.
Yeah. The department of enlivened processed meat product.
Awful.
Yeah.
Knowing Lucas, there's probably something like that on the chart already.
Yeah.
May not be.
It's like the
I would
Department
not
of
be surprised.
Enlivened Processed Meat Products, but they also do magic, so there would be like another word in there.
Blood rituals.
Yeah,
I think these are magic
blood-
items.
yeah.
I don't know
Oh my
how
gosh,
a
can-
bear would use dice.
I know he's sentient, and I know he's fine, but I feel like Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. should be a cursed item.
Yeah, he's a person.
Yeah.
I
Person.
guess. He's a person who's a hot dog. Just like this person is a shrimp in board shorts and Birkenstocks.
Yeah, those pants.
I could always make him play out some haunting scene, get him distracted. Get the shrimp.
You could distract him. He might have a sad shrimp past.
Oh my gosh, if this shrimp bursts out into a song.
You could do that. It'll buy us time to finish the
Yeah.
blood
Or
ritual.
starts acting his dramatically horrible
Yes,
history.
I think that's a plan. Do it, Karen.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We have a
Okay.
plan.
We have a plan.
All right, let's hear this crafted plan of yours.
I don't know
Which,
about
of course,
crafted.
everybody
They
at home is-
literally came up with the plan
Yeah.
as they were sitting
Wait.
down.
Get it? Crafted
Ah.
with a K.
Oh God. Oh.
What?
Alden is going to utilize their
I'm going to
magic
use
item.
this
Cursed item.
this harp to try to basically and aim it at the shrimp dude
Okay.
to
Distract
get
him.
him to distract
Like-
him with
Evil villain monologuing.
I got one.
Sad
Yeah.
backstory monologuing.
get him to his hauntingly sad backstory. Yeah. Okay. Which I'm assuming is going to be a cursed item
Mm-hmm.
move.
Yes.
All right. Let's see how this actually goes down now that the GM is actually back. Yeah. Okay. That. Oh, 10! All right.
Ooh.
10. Okay. So you're using this. And let's see here. You watch as you start to play this harp, and this energy starts to go towards the bear and the shrimp as they're screaming at each other, as much as a shrimp could scream. But then the bear is released from the telekinesis, and bear, you stand on your hind legs as you start walking back and forth around one another as you're roaring at the shrimp, but the shrimp has taken the role of Javert, and you're having that song, the confrontation.
Valjean, at last,
And just-
each other play.
and then, so right now, the bear is sufficiently distracted, and as you're playing this, you feel this energy sort of like drain from you a little bit, but you manage to sort of contain how much you're putting into the harp. The rest of you, is anyone else doing anything?
I oh my goodness. Well, I know Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. was activating his hot dog blood magic.
Right.
So like that ceremony is finishing. Karen is I'm basically so they're circling each other. I'm trying to like flank them. So I'm probably walking also around.
Okay. So we got two circles going.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what are you doing, Miranda?
Circles within circles. Uh-oh.
Miranda, do you want to do anything for this one?
I'm so sorry, I forgot my character's name. I was like, gosh, is Miranda gonna do anything?
Gosh,
I'm so
Miranda.
sorry.
Miranda has lost a lot of
the
blood.
80s were a time. It's the
bitch, do something.
it's the fumes from the hairspray. She's been touching up her hair in this moment for her final battle sequence. Okay. Yeah, so actually with that, I guess she will I still have am I still with Hot Dog Jeremy?
Yeah.
Or Hot Dog Jeremy?
Yeah.
Junior? Okay. So what does Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. need to be successful in this moment?
At the moment you're watching as the blood is starting to seep into Hot Dog Jeremy Jr., starting to fill out these limbs, and muscles are beginning to grow. The Sour Patch Kids infusing magical energy, as they typically do in people. And so you're watching as all this energy is flowing, but you could try to help the process if you roll an occultism.
I would, can I see your occultism, but I raise you science?
What would you like to do for science?
Because for science, understanding physiology in general, like understanding that these arms and these muscles and everything are being put together in order to help do that. Also, if he needs help being kind of like tossed in the general direction of this so that he can, because he is but a wee guy.
Right.
He is but a wee dude. And if he needs just like that big push, I could help get him yeeted towards the bear and the
All right,
shrimp.
yeah. Roll me a science to help with the trajectory.
Yes, trajectory.
Just, if you fail,
Hey,
bear's
ooh.
gonna eat it.
That's you better not touch Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. I swear, bear, I'm gonna mount you on a wall. But that's gonna
Tell
be
a
a
bear
12.
no.
12? Okay.
12.
So
yeah.
you have a pretty good idea of like you're lining it up, the timing.
How to help him get to where he needs to be.
So what happens is this harp is playing, the music going, the bear walking, the HR walking, and you time this as the last of the blood seeps into Hot Dog Jeremy Jr., and you help fling him along. Now, reminding all of you, it is a tiny hot dog body, but it is full-grown human arms and legs that are extraordinarily muscled. And flying through the air, bringing down this hammer fist onto the shrimp man. And it hits down. You hear this crack of the carapace, this mighty shell, as the shrimp shrieks out in pain, flailing backwards. Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. says, "Now you too shall become simple processed meats." But Bear, for a moment the spell snaps, and there's a giant hot dog right there.
It's a hot dog right there.
What do you want to do, Bear?
All right, which is closer? Because this giant shrimp man is also delicious and has attacked me.
Currently, the
A hot dog's a hot dog.
The hot dog's in
gonna
the
be
way because they flew through and managed to land a very solid hit. They did break the shell a bit, making it easier to access shrimp goodness. But then this hot dog has its back to you.
Wait, you gotta go for the hot dog. It's right there.
All right.
It's in the way
No,
of the
you
shrimp
cannot!
goodness.
All right, roll me that face punch.
I'm picturing that one video. No, Mr. Bear.
No! Miranda's about to roll against and roll a
Stop eating
grapple
my
on this
hot
bear.
dog. Well, that's 13.
No!
This energy starts to glow around their hand. They pull their hand back and their arm is ripped from their body. What? It's like, oh my god! Hot dog water shooting out instead of blood as they stumble away. HR, what are you doing, Karen Smith?
Yes.
You were right
In
there.
in that moment when Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. punched through Shrimp Man and cracked all of his carapace and just got his arm ripped off, in that moment of chaos, I am calmly stepping forward and summoning my ring, and I'm not touching it, but it's floating. And I want to try to take the Shrimp Man's soul.
Yeah, roll it.
Because there are definitely no smoking signs everywhere. That's a 12.
You lift this
Plus
ring
2.
into the air and focus its magics on the Shrimp Man, who's screaming in pain. His soul begins to rip from his body, and we all know that a shrimp's soul is a beautiful thing. It's like a little shrimp, little angel wings on it, a little halo, as it's like ripping from this monstrous form, and it's going closer and closer to the ring, but the Shrimp Man is trying to fight back. And so what the Shrimp Man is going to do is make a hard move. I need a face punch from Bear as well as from Karen.
Ooh, all right.
What is up with this dice? I just rolled another 6, so that's 12.
All right, you're
Yeah.
good.
That's a 7 for me.
So you... Oh, I forgot about Shrimp Heaven now. I walked into that.
You did.
This shrimp swings out. It tries to stab at the bear, but the bear just kind of moves Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. in the way of it. Oh my god! It just gets gutted by this shrimp. Still alive, though, because hot dogs don't have any organs. So just stabs out of them. And then you, Karen Smith, you are pulling the soul from this shrimp. And you feel this pincher just grab onto your other leg, the unwounded one, and pinch down. This is like the second character you've had that legs have been damaged. And it stabs into your leg, pulling away some thigh meat. You are taking 1 harm from that.
All right. I am still standing.
What is everyone's HP at the moment?
Aaron has 1.
I got
One.
10.
10. That makes sense. You're a bear.
You are a bear.
Yeah,
I have
I'm
a 7.
bear.
You have 7?
Miranda has 3.
Okay.
I have 5 of 7.
5. Okay. All right. So you all are watching as the soul is being ripped out of the shrimp. The shrimp is staring at you, these beady shrimp eyes. You don't know what you're doing. That little beautiful shrimp angel is the only thing keeping me from turning this planet into a cigarette. And you pop the soul out of this baby, and the little shrimp angel goes right into the ring. And the the heavens begin to weep as we've lost a little shrimp baby. And the rain begins to pour down, and it is terrible smelling rain. The water's been polluted across the land. As all of you are standing there, looking around at this shrimp, the water that's pouring down, the people screaming, there's a lot of people who got injured. This is a serious issue.
Well, yeah.
Let's see here. You see the shrimp calls out to the heavens. powers of the great celestial satellite, O moon, send us your warriors. And we watch as a UFO parts through the clouds. And the whole air just starts changing. It's so humid. It's beyond humid. It's what I have heard from friends of mine in the Alabamas describe humidity to me. It's that, where if I went there, it's actually dangerous and I have to have a water bottle on me because I was not born in this region.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The air
North
feels
Carolina.
like soup.
So you're-
Georgia.
Just swallow the air.
North
and
Carolina,
it
like you
dehydrates
feel the wet inside of you and outside of you.
It sounds terrible.
So real.
And so this humidity seeps in as all of you are feeling it. The rain is still coming down. How is it a mixture? Nature sucks. And then you watch as this UFO is parting the clouds and coming down, the clouds quickly rolling back over. And you watch this little beam comes down and you see small individuals brought down, 3 of them. They're little sort of oval-shaped bodies, 2 little legs, and they're wearing what looks like an astronaut suit, almost like from the popular game during the pandemic, Among Us. And then the middle part of their stomach opens up to reveal numerous teeth as they roar out and start running towards people. And the shrimp looks horribly wounded, barely standing, but now these little aliens are running towards all of you.
I'm gonna divert them. I'm gonna try to pull them into the
To the play.
Yes,
Well, he needs a chorus.
exactly. Yep. That is my plan. You need a cursed item on that?
I sure do. And I will also need a roll from everyone else, a face punching roll, as these aliens are trying to eat you.
Okay.
13.
All right.
I think this dice just has 2 things that can roll because I just pretty much been rolling 6s and 7s.
Hey.
Oh my god. Wow.
I got a 9.
All right. So the bear.
I am flunking.
What did you get with your cursed item?
5.
Oh, okay.
That's bad.
So I will start with that. You pull your harp out, thinking, all right, I'll drag these aliens into this song, these moon aliens, and you begin to pluck the harp, but the harp wants more from you. It's tired of playing your tune. And you feel this energy ripped out of you. You see this life force drained, going into the harp as your fingers begin moving on their own. As you take 2 harm, you begin playing this song, this hymn from a battle, a great moment. And it just seems to send these little aliens into a frenzy. Now, Miranda, you take your little notebook and your pen, you stab one right in the head as you're like trying to kick it away. A bear attacks it. This is a 1,200-pound Kodiak bear. It just flops around as it goes sailing.
Blam.
The last one comes up to you. You have your ring position still in front of you, the energy crackling from it. It opens up its mouth, revealing numerous teeth. You shove the ring into this being as its soul is ripped from it. You watch the soul lift up, and it's supposed to go back to the harp. Not the harp. It's supposed to go back into the ring, but it accidentally goes through the hole in the ring, and it hits into you. And just for a moment, Karen Smith, you feel like yourself again. You feel a soul. And then the alien bites you.
Oh.
Ow.
As it chomps down and just pulls you in and starts to consume you.
Yes. The person that was Karen Smith is consumed. But I'd like to think, as it's chomping down with its sharp teeth, the ring is cracked. And all of the souls of all the day shift managers.
Oh, we're going there, are we? Okay. So,
Yeah.
so this alien explodes. as this ring shatters, souls of day shift managers screaming everywhere. Can you work on Saturday? I really need you to come in. Sorry, Sarah just called in sick. I really need you here. I know your family member just died, but I need you instead. It's important. As you hear all these terrible excuses flailing around you. Well, it's not really our fault. It sounds like it's your fault you're failing the company. As they're all just sailing around, anger seeping into all of you from the part-time workers that had to deal with these day shift managers. And now there is just this swirling hellscape of day shift manager souls, 2 aliens running around, a dying shrimp, a bear, the 2 of you, the hot dog who's trying to like keep itself alive as the bear's trying to eat it, and it is humid as all hell. There is still a UFO in the sky. So much is happening right now. What would you all like to do, as it is chaos, but that shrimp is trying to shrimp away?
I think I'm gonna eat a hot dog.
You will
Jeremy
not.
Jr.
I would like to fight the bear to save Hot Dog Jeremy Jr.
You know what? I love the idea. How would you like to fight the bear?
I am going to reach into my white patent leather purse, and I'm going to pull out a can of mace.
Okay.
Caliente.
Yeah, you're gonna get some caliente there. It's mace. It's dual purpose mace and aerosol hairspray. Because she's just immune to the scent of any thing that comes in a spray can. And so she's going to take that as she sees this bear going towards Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. Sorry, lots of J's. And she's going to stand before him, guarding Hot Dog Jeremy Jr. and saying, "Bear, I need you to listen. This is your last chance. Don't make me do this. Listen to reason."
I cannot stress this enough. Watch that video that I just posted.
I when I'm not having a bunch of tabs
Because
open.
it's literally, no, Mr. Bear, I don't want to mace you. Please
Is it
stop
really?
eating my kayak. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, I know the video
I know
you're
what you're
talking
talking
Oh my
about.
god.
Yeah.
I
Oh
know
my
the
God.
video. Well,
Oh my god.
Okay.
so that is the moment.
The bear does really want that hot dog, so I think the bear's just gonna
If
push
you're down with
Miranda out of the
PvP, I'm
way.
down with PvP, and I know how this is probably gonna end for me.
All right, why don't you 2 roll whatever whatever skill you believe is applicable to this moment.
Oh.
Well, considering the bear's just knocking Miranda out of the way for that delicious, tasty hot dog.
Well,
Everybody's been giving this bear hot dog.
I feel like I'm going to once again use my science roll as a way to like find the weakest point. Like, do I aim more for the nose? Do I aim for the mouth? Do I aim for like the eyes? Like, what am I going to do? I'm just trying to figure out the best way to mace this bear. That's why I'm going to use a science roll.
Yep.
Hold on, wait. It rolled off the table. Hold on. Oh, yeah. So that's an 11 plus a 3. So that is a 14.
And bear.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but I got a 16.
So this is still once
With
again.
what?
Both of you are losing.
Face punching.
So you spray this stuff, which very much affects the bear because you did succeed. Your goal was to try to harm this bear to stop it.
Stop this bear from eating my friend.
So you spray the bear, and bear, you take 2 points of harm from this.
Ow.
As you are having a hard time seeing and smelling. And so you just judge, well, the hot dog was forward. So then you just try to
hurt me.
You just try to bite forward. As your arm is extended, it's like your good hand, right? Because your other one can't.
Yeah,
really
this is my
press
good
down.
hand. Yeah.
So it bites down on that hand and arm, as the bears are quite large, and you are taking 2 harm. Are you still up?
I am up by 1.
All right, so your both hands are destroyed. You are back.
Both hands are destroyed.
Bear is thinking you're the hot dog. Hot dog. Jeremy Jr. is
You're all covered in hot dog juice at this point.
is running after the shrimp.
Everybody's hot dogs.
Alden, your soul is being ripped out of your body by your harp. What do you want to try to do while you're back there? Oh, did we lose you, Taryn?
What am I gonna do with the... Okay, so... Yeah, I think at this point, I'm going to... You know what? I'm gonna give up my command of language.
Interesting.
Yes, join the bear and not being able to speak.
To focus of spoken language to basically get this thing to direct this macabre scene more in our favor, and to basically turn away the, you want basically get them... What?
You want, like, the day shift manager souls to go and, like, after the shrimp?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
All right, yeah. By giving up your command of the spoken language, you will get a +2 to this as you feel your words leaving you. Your brain just not remembering these parts, and then your hands just start strumming the harp.
I still have music, damn it! That's all that matters anyways.
That's true.
That is gonna be... Okay. And... that will be a 9.
All right, you start playing this. The souls start swirling up. It's that one song from Centaur World with the tornado centaur as it starts going towards this shrimp who's trying to run away, and it's falling into the song itself too. Lovely song, a lot of fun. Check out the show, it's a great musical. So this shrimp is trying to run away as this giant tornado is singing at it, swirling, coming after it. Hot Dog Jeremy, one-armed, is trying to like chase after the shrimp, but then you see as the shrimp is getting lifted up by this tornado, and Hot Dog Jeremy, falling into the musical, grabs onto the shrimp's claw, trying to save the shrimp. Oh no, it's lost in the role. It's what its character would do. it's trying to pull back down, and there's this beautiful moment of tension. All of you, meanwhile, see let's pull that name back up.
Alden.
Playing this harp, and you're using this as more of your essence flowing to the harp. You take a single point of harm. How much are you up by? 2?
Yep.
So you are looking rough, withered, a little gaunt as you continue to play this harp. Bear, right now, a hot dog is holding a shrimp. You think it's hard to tell and smell.
The big can't see is doing that thing where it's like wiping and swatting at his face.
And Miranda, you are in front of a bear that is just swiping and swinging everywhere, and both your arms are messed up.
You keep sticking your hands to bear mouth.
This is true.
Okay. So I'm seeing them like this. So he's caught up in it, and he's trying to save the shrimp right this second. And because the shrimp was getting lifted up into, was he getting into the tornado or the UFO?
The tornado. So it's current.
The tornado.
The shrimp is falling into the tornado of day shift manager souls. And
right.
The hot dog is stuck inside a musical scene where it believes it has to save the shrimp. This is a wild sentence, but that's the current situation.
This is me checking to be like, what can I do other than get away from the bear? I'm gonna inch my way over to Hot Dog Jeremy Sr. Well, okay. I actually have another question, just because it's like getting one thing off of ours. So this shrimp was a part of Big Tobacco, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And as a random thing, and I don't know if it's helpful, but I'm just asking for posterity's sake.
Yep.
Do the aliens have an economy?
Yeah, they would.
Ooh.
I mean, they had to build that ship, right?
Right. All right. Are the aliens and the tornado related to each other at all? They're not related to each other.
They're not related, but the aliens are definitely a hazard that are like rushing towards everyone. There's still two aliens left.
Ooh, yeah, I'm not feeling... I can't take another hit. I'm going to use my malevolent Monopoly board.
All right.
And I would like to crash the economy of the aliens to start.
Okay.
It's either that or crash the economy of the music industry.
Oh,
hey! Go for the aliens!
Hey, listen, there's a lot of starving artists. I'm sure you'll get by. But...
what if every artist ever was starving now?
Exactly.
People can't go see live shows if there's an economic downturn.
Yeah. Pitbull, no more. Ricky Martin, get out of here with your tour. Right? No. I'm gonna roll a dice to see whether or not we're crashing the economy of musicians. Sorry.
All right.
Or these aliens.
Go for the aliens!
Them to go away. Odds for music, evens for aliens.
Go for the aliens.
It's aliens. I rolled a 2.
All right.
All right. So
roll that curse
that'll
check.
take away one. All right. So cursed item check. All right. I like you. Okay. It rolls a 11.
All right, so you begin to play this game of Monopoly. It's so painful. you're
Yeah, it's
moving
just so
around
painful.
pieces.
I'm like using like my elbow to like the little like elbow pit to like roll the dice.
Yeah, and you're playing along there as you watch the ship that's sailing above. It starts to break down a bit. Smoke is leaking off because they had to use cheaper products because the economy's in such a difficult place. They couldn't afford the good ship. And then the ship starts to wobble a little bit and then just starts sinking down, smashing into the ground, and the little aliens just explode because they didn't have good health care.
Oh, yeah. So that's one thing. I'm going to keep the board out, though, so that way it's ready for my next focus. If the music industry doesn't start shaping up,
All right.
Oh, come on. We're usually not that bad. Most of us aren't that bad.
So you got a bear, then. A bear is kind of looking at a hot dog.
Yeah, bear wants that hot dog.
All right, bear, why don't you go ahead and...
fighting for this hot dog.
Fight my whole life for that hot dog. Why don't you go ahead and roll me... you're dealing with two things here. You're dealing with a day shift manager hurricane. You're also dealing with just trying to eat a hot dog. So make me 2 rolls. One with occultism and one with face punching. You got a bonus to both.
All right, well, with the occultism, that's a 12.
All right.
Rolled 11. And face punching, I rolled a 4, so that's a 10.
So you rush forward, ripping into Hot Dog Jeremy. The day shift managers are trying to ask you to change your attire. It doesn't really match the company policy. They're not really looking for individualism. They're looking for soulless cooperation. And you ignore it, being a bear. And just
But I don't know English.
You rip Hot Dog Jeremy in half, the lower half near you, as you start munching down, which means he sails into the hurricane with the shrimp. It's swirling around. Hot Dog Jeremy Sr. is sitting beside you. He was always destined for greatness. I just didn't know. As the day shift managers converge into an explosion of annoyance. That's what you call when a lot of day shift managers come together and blow up. It's an explosion of annoyance.
Just a group, like a gaggle of geese. It's
Yeah.
an annoyance of managers.
Right, that's exactly it. So they just all explode, screaming out about bonuses. as they dissipate into nothing, and we see bits and pieces of the shrimp raining and splatting down. Hot Dog Jeremy's upper half falls and hits the ground and rolls. The storm continues. The humidity there to stay. But we go past the storm clouds and the moon. The moon is too close to Earth. It's far closer than it's ever been. A station wagon puts a little bit, comes on up. All right, well, I don't want to pick the bear up, but if you two want to get in real quick.
Leave the bear.
All right, jumping in.
Yeah, Miranda goes and just looks to Aldrin. Aldrin? Adrian?
Aldrin just gets up,
Yeah.
comes over.
Can you get the door for me, please? And holds up her mangled hands.
Alden will, get the, we'll get the door.
So the two of you get inside the station wagon that starts moving along. I imagine the bear's just eating everything.
Yeah, there's so much just random food lying around at this point. And I think like after a while, like everybody's driving away from the bear, and the bear stands up and does a big old bear yawn, and then turns into a long bear fur trench coat. He goes, "It was for the Bureau of Shapeshifting Winterwear." Da da da! The bear was a coat all along.
And I think as the coat floats to the ground and there's no one to see it from the last tiny remains of the broken ring, you see a glittering person. Their soul looks like a much younger Karen, maybe on her very first day at her corporate job when she was given a ring, very strange ring. And you see, holding in her arms, she's holding the baby shrimp soul, and it's beautiful, and it's glittering with heavenly shrimp colors. And then together, they just sparkle and disappear.
I'm just picturing them looking like Force ghosts.
Yeah.
So you get out of here, driving in the station wagon, the storm raging over Town B, and we go to the tobacco industry headquarters. Of course, that's where they are. We go into the executive room. All of them are sitting around a table, smiling, showing all of their teeth, all of their gums, as CEOs and executives tend to do. Their eyes are open wide, their skin pallid, seems to be leaking a faint ooze, their hair just sort of dangling greasily. A fly lands on one of their eyes and walks around on it as they turn towards the others. A profitable quarter. A profitable quarter. And they all nod. And we leave them. And you did it! Congratulations!
Nice.
Yay.
Yay!
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually survived this time.
There you go.
3 out of 4!
Yeah, that's pretty good. And
That's not bad.
one turned back into a coat. Congratulations. This is quite a change. Our last session, everyone perished from...
Hey, I have 2 characters that are coats.
Well, one now, because one got shredded into nothingness from a bear, so...
I don't know, there might be a little bit of something left there. Who knows?
I got better. All right.
I
think my last one actually didn't make it, so it's kind of cool. This one actually made it.
So the last part of this, there's going to be one more session, dear listeners, where we are going to be facing off against the moon. And this is going to result in you adding some difficulties for the next crew. You see, the previous crew had added the brutal humidity and bean-shaped aliens from Among Us, trying to eat
Oh, wow.
people. So I still have a few to use in the back pocket, but each of you get to add something fun that could possibly be used in the final episode to make things harder. Yeah?
Have a suggestion. The bear is still out there.
That's what's gonna be mine.
Yeah.
This is my bear.
Bear's still
Sorry.
out there. All right.
It's all
That could
hopped
be
up on
Eve's.
hot dogs and sugar.
Okay, so that's what we got. Anyone else want to add some difficulties or weird scenarios?
Weather patterns are even more foobarred from the tornado.
Love it.
It just like totally messed up the whole freaking weather pattern.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, fluctuating gravity.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, because if the
Nice.
moon's there's already weird gravity problems with the moon, but now the moon's closer to Earth, so there is like some science-y, Y&C stuff happening here.
Yeah.
Which is probably messing up the tides like crazy.
Yeah, and all the
Yeah.
water is heavily polluted, so it's not a good time.
not-
Yeah.
Yeah, like sludge tsunamis.
Yeah. We need one last one. It's Eve or Jess, because you both said bear.
We both said bear.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Hmm. Well, there is a hot dog guy rolling around.
True.
There's something we could do with the hot dog guy.
He can still survive. I mean, he survived once having only half his body. It can happen again.
Yeah, but there's also a bear there. But then again, the bear went to sleep and turned into a coat.
That's right.
So maybe the bear wouldn't eat him.
Maybe more blood magic-y things with the hot dog.
There's
Hot
so
dog
many
blood
dead
magic.
people in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want like the giant transformer or like Power Ranger mech Zord, but it's the hot dog?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not just the hot dog. It's like all these different kinds of deli meats. Every processed kind of
Wait,
meat
the
that
hot
comes
dog went up
together.
into the manager tornado, so maybe it got some of the managers all up in there and turned evil.
Oh.
So it's like
Oh,
Aragorn.
no.
It's like Aragorn with like the army of the dead, but
Oh,
it's
no.
like all of these like manager ghosts ruled by a hot dog.
Evil superhero
Wow.
hot dog using day shift manager ghosts. All right, that's not the weirdest
You have
sentence I ever
things.
wrote. Fantastic. All right, so we have the bear is still out there. The weather patterns are even more messed up. Fluctuating gravity and the evil hot dog superhero using day shift manager ghosts as weapons. Very excited for this next session. The moon is going to be the final cursed entity. So, I mean, we won't be rolling for what it is, but we will be rolling for the moon's powers.
Yep.
So if we want to go around, everyone give their little outro, anything you want to talk about, anything you want to announce, plug. We are also going to be tossing up this episode onto our YouTube, which will have all the other episodes of Lost Tower as well. So by all means, you can find me, Lucas. I'm one of the GMs for Escape in Carcosa. It's a Battle of the Seven Dice production, and it is a show about two different groups. One is the Pathfinder 2E group that are stuck in a 2050 VR game, and the other is a group of Call of Cthulhu investigators who are trying to free them from said game. And the game, of course, is a death game. Good times are had. The players are screaming, and I mean, just everybody's having fun. You can find we have a video version that's like a visual novel-esque over on the YouTube. We also have the podcast version over wherever you can consume podcasts. Yes, and I will hand it over to, let's reverse this order with Eve.
Yeah, you can find me over at Lawless Vic on Twitter. That is Lawless is in crime, Vic is in victory. I'm also on Blue Sky at under Lawless Victory and Whole. Yes, every week 7 p.m. Or not weekday, every week on Monday. Usually we family shows kept the last 2 weeks behind. But Take Your Roll, Twitch, all that is Mouse Rider playing a cat mouse. And then I don't know. I would recommend stuff and things. I'm very tired. I
Rick
did
Grimes'
not
store,
sleep
stuff
well.
and things.
Mm-hmm.
Go listen to Sludgefest. That's a fun album. Trust me. Just look up Sludgefest and listen to it. It's worth it. You're gonna look at it. You're gonna be like, that can't be right. No, it's very good.
Wonderful.
It's on YouTube.
Mare.
Well, hello there. My name is Mare. You can find me on Twitch and the other socials at Oh Hello Mare. I think I'm on Blue Sky and Threads, and there's another one. I think I'm still on X, but not really. I do some cozy weekend streaming Eastern Standard Time in the mornings. And yeah, I have enjoyed being here. This was definitely a wild ride. So thank you guys so much for having me.
Of course. Jess.
This was so much fun. If you liked how this went places, you may enjoy our other completed series, Rise of Nyarlathotep, where a group of adventurers try to stop the world from ending, and a lot of weird stuff happens, and it's a silly time. And I'd also like to recommend, wildly coincidentally, if you like weird body horror and also people who turn into bears, the novel Paladin Strength, where a nun of a sacred order turns into a bear and has to go save all her nun sisters from some really messed up monsters. And this is book 2 of the series, but the first book is Paladin's Grace. It's by Teen Kingfisher. It's fun. It's light fantasy. It's a good time. And it's got a person who turns into a bear, so that's your thing. Check it out.
It's related.
Yeah.
Nice. And Taryn.
Hey, this is Taryn again. I am, as I said, on SoundCloud and also on YouTube, Mix Taryn Van Ettinger. I am also in the recording phase of a podcast called End of Plays. Hoping we'll see that actually coming out before too long. But keep your eye out for that. I am also on Mastodon as Taryn Van E at dragonscave.space. So you can find me out there as well if you are like me and happen to be in the Fediverse.
All right.